Hello, and welcome back to Cooking with Anton. Today we're making a Norwegian classic, the hvetebolle. The hvetebolle is a traditional little bolle that you get warm with a glass of milk maybe. You can enjoy and share with your friends. I hope I find some friends. The first step you want to do when making the hvetebolle is to have some milk. And then you need some yeast, one pose. And the pose with yard, you just take, rip it open like this, you throw it in the bowl, and then you throw it away. And now the difficult part comes. Put the milk in the bowl, like such. Not all of it, but just enough. And you just stir it around. Isn't it very warm and cozy in here with the fire and all? It's very nice. We're not getting rid of the air, so you just throw the rest of the milk in. We forgot the salt. The salt is very, very important as well. So when you have your yeast and your stuff, you're gonna take the hvetemel, and I want to use 1 liter. We take the sugar, take 1 deciliter, take 3/4 of a deciliter, like such, and bonk. You stir that around a little bit. You also want some cardamom, or kardemumma, as we call it in Sweden, because it's so mumma. And you take this. Oh! That smells good. You want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. When you have that in there, it's gonna smell very nice. Okay, it doesn't smell so nice. The salt you're gonna need just a tiny bit, so you can use your hand while measuring it up, okay? Like such. You're gonna have the butter and you're gonna slice it up into little cubes. And when you have those cubes, throw them in there. Now that the butter is in the thing, you try to separate them from each other. If you have a large table, you don't have to put anything down. But you take the hvetemel and you throw almost everything in there. It maybe looks disgusting right now, but you know what? It's gonna be so nice. Oh! I took way too little hvetemel. More hvetemel. When you have of the hvetemel, all the hvetemel that you want to have in, and you can see that the dough is coming together nicely, then you can just start using your hands. You start with mushing the dough, just filling it out, you know. And you are maybe asking,
"Oh, Anton, you're so good at this. Is this your favorite recipe?"
No. You can of course use a machine for this, but I think it's nice to get to know the dough personally. Get him a taste of life. A little bit more of the flour. When you're happy with your dough, put some flour in the bottom of the bowl. We put the dough in carefully. Take some flour on the top. Make it nice for the dough, you know. Either you can use a little towel to put over the dough, or you can use plastic wrap, like this. And then when you're done, you put the little bowl on a nice place for it to rest. I think we're gonna put him by the fire actually, so that he is nice and warm. The dough has rested now for a little shorter while than expected. I think we failed because now we're going to bake it out, okay? So for this you need a knife, your dough, and a hvetemel. some vetemel on the table, a little bit more. And then you take the dough. Oh, this is a nice dough actually. Put it on in the flour. And then you just... Why did I choose a mobile table? You take this dough ball, you take your knife, split it in half, let the other rest, and you take your other half and you start cutting it into pieces. Okay, now that you have your balls,
These nuts.
you form them into these tiny balls, and then you put it on a rack like that. Now, time lapse. Put all the balls on these plates here, and I cover one with plastic wrap because I don't have another one of those towels, but one with the towel, and they look like this. Ooh. Quiet because they're sleeping. That's how they're gonna rest for some time, and then we gonna cook them. We're gonna bake them. The thing is, you're supposed to let these buns rest for 40 minutes, but I don't have the time. But now, when they have rested for 40 minutes, let's say 40 minutes, you take some milk, you dip one of these brushes in the milk, and you just brush it on. Every single one needs equal amount of love. If they get equal amount of love, they are all happy. If you just tag along over here, then we have the oven, and we're gonna put these babies inside of the oven. Like that. And now we wait. Beautiful. Look at these. Look at these fresh buns. But that was cooking with Anton. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.